You sit at the breakfast table. Morning light spills gently through the window. On your plate, some fruit. A few apple slices, raisins, maybe a bit of grapefruit. You lift your spoon, just like every other morning. But today, your heart feels a little off. And your knees, they still ache from last night. You wonder, am I doing something wrong? All our lives, we've been told that fruit is healthy, nature's candy, full of vitamins, antioxidants, and goodness. But here's a truth most people never say out loud. Not all fruit is safe after 60. Some, though they look innocent, can quietly spike your blood pressure, inflame your joints, throw off your heart rhythm, or dangerously interact with your medications. In this video, I won't just warn you about 4 fruits you should avoid. I'll also show you the 4 powerful fruits your body needs after 60. Fruits that can sharpen memory, ease inflammation, lower blood pressure, and support digestion, naturally and gently. Because better health in your later years doesn't require drastic change. It starts with small, smart choices made at your kitchen table. So stay with me, because sometimes a handful of blueberries or a few slices of papaya can truly change how you age. 1. Fruit. The old friend that quietly betrays you. You reach into the fridge and grab a bowl of fruit, just like you've done for years. Maybe it's a banana, some grapes, or a few dried apricots from the pantry. It feels like the right choice. You've always thought, fruit is healthy. I'm doing something good for my body. But lately, you've noticed. Your joints feel stiffer. Your energy dips after breakfast. And your blood sugar? It's been harder to control. You chalk it up to aging. But what if it's not just age? The truth is, our bodies don't handle food the same way after 60. Our metabolism slows down, our digestive system becomes more sensitive, and the way our bodies process sugar, especially the natural sugars in fruit, can shift dramatically. Even the fruits we grew up loving may now work against us. Take this in. 1 small bowl of sweet cherries can contain over 20 grams of sugar, as much as some candy bars, or that grapefruit you love in the morning. It can silently interfere with heart medications, letting them build up in your bloodstream, without you even knowing. You might feel foggy, dizzy, or maybe your knees swell up just after that healthy fruit salad. It doesn't happen overnight, but slowly, these trusted foods start taking more than they give. It's time to look at fruit differently, not with fear, but with wisdom. Start by asking, how much sugar is in this? Does it interact with my medications? Is it making me feel better or worse afterward? You don't need to cut out all fruit, but you do need to choose smarter, based on your body today, not the one you had at 30. Because while fruit can be healing, some types may quietly be stealing your strength, your balance, even your heart health. So let's look closer, starting with 1 fruit that may seem beautiful on the outside, but carries a hidden danger inside. Let's talk about grapefruit. 2. Grapefruit. The sweet fruit that quietly turns against you. You sit down for breakfast. On your plate is a slice of toast, a cup of coffee, and half a grapefruit. It looks fresh, bright, and healthy. You've always heard grapefruit is good for the heart. You take your morning medications right after, thinking you've started the day on a healthy note. But a few hours later, your muscles ache. Your heartbeat flutters just a little. You wonder if you slept wrong. Or maybe it's just getting older. But what if it's that grapefruit? Grapefruit contains a natural compound that blocks a key liver enzyme called CYP3A4. This enzyme helps your body break down many common medications safely. When that enzyme is blocked, your medication stays in your body longer than it should. Instead of helping you, it starts to build up. Imagine your sink with the drain plugged and the faucet left running. That's what happens inside your bloodstream. If you're on statins, blood thinners, anxiety medications, or blood pressure drugs, grapefruit can quietly push those drugs to dangerous levels. This can lead to muscle damage, irregular heart rhythms, excessive bleeding, and extreme drowsiness. The worst part is, you might not feel it right away. You just feel off until one day something serious happens. Across the country, hospitals treat seniors who never knew that their morning grapefruit was part of the problem. If you're over 60 and taking daily medications, talk to your doctor or pharmacist before eating grapefruit. Check the labels on your pill bottles. Some may already say, avoid grapefruit, and even if they don't, ask anyway. Avoiding grapefruit might seem like a small change, but it could save you from a serious health scare. Now, if a fruit that looks so fresh and healthy can hide this kind of danger, what about the sweet ones we associate with comfort and memories? Let's take a closer look at cherries. They may seem innocent, but for some older adults, they bring more harm than healing. 3. Cherries, sweet memories, and a blood sugar betrayal. It's a warm summer afternoon. You're sitting on the porch, a bowl of cherries in your lap. They remind you of childhood, of family picnics, of fresh pies cooling on the windowsill. You pop one into your mouth. It's sweet, familiar, comforting. But later, your joints start to ache. You feel foggy, sluggish. You tell yourself, maybe I didn't sleep well. Maybe I'm just tired. But what if that simple bowl of cherries wasn't just a treat? What if it was quietly working against your health? Cherries, especially sweet cherries, are high in natural sugars. 1 cup contains almost 20 grams of sugar that may not seem like much, but for seniors dealing with pre-diabetes, insulin resistance, or type 2 diabetes, that sugar enters the bloodstream quickly and can cause a spike that the body struggles to manage. Your metabolism isn't what it used to be, and your insulin response has likely slowed down too, so even fruit sugars can take a toll. It's not just about blood sugar. Cherries are also naturally acidic, which can irritate inflamed joints and worsen arthritis symptoms in some older adults. You may not feel it immediately, but the signs build up over time. The stiffness in your knees, the restless nights from swelling, the exhaustion after meals. It might all start with that innocent bowl of cherries. If you love cherries, you don't have to give them up entirely. But be mindful of portions. Choose fresh cherries instead of juice, dried, or syrup-soaked versions. Avoid eating them on an empty stomach or alongside other high-sugar foods. And if you're managing blood sugar or joint pain, try tracking how you feel after eating them. Sometimes, awareness is the most powerful tool, because when even the smallest fruit can cause such a ripple effect, it makes you wonder about the others we reach for without thinking, like the one that's so common, so convenient. We never expect it could quietly interfere with our heart, our kidneys, and even our brain. Let's talk about bananas. Bananas, the hidden danger in something so simple. You peel a banana after your morning walk. It's quick, convenient, and feels like the healthy choice. You've heard it's good for cramps, energy, and heart health. But today, after eating one, you feel a strange flutter in your chest. Your legs feel heavy. You're more tired than usual. You wonder, maybe I didn't drink enough water? But the real reason might be hiding inside that perfectly ripe banana. Bananas are high in potassium, a mineral your body needs, but as we age, especially after 60, the kidneys slow down. That means potassium doesn't leave the body as efficiently as it used to. If you're also taking certain blood pressure medications like ACE inhibitors or potassium-sparing diuretics, the potassium can build up in your system. When that happens, it disrupts the electrical signals in your body, especially in the heart, muscles, and nerves. You might not feel it at first, but over time, you may notice a fluttering heartbeat, weakness in your legs, numbness in your hands, or a general sense that something is off. This condition is called hyperkalemia, and it sends thousands of older adults to the ER every year. The cause? Often, something as simple as too many bananas in a week. If you're over 60 and take medications that affect potassium levels, talk to your doctor about how many bananas are safe for you. Instead of eating one every day, try limiting it to just a few times a week and balance it with fruits lower in potassium, like apples, blueberries, or berries. In general, listen to your body. If you notice changes in your heartbeat, muscle strength, or energy, don't ignore them. Because sometimes the danger isn't in what we fear, but in what we assume is harmless. And the next fruit we're about to explore might be the most misleading of all. It's neatly packed, often labeled healthy, but inside it hides a concentrated sugar trap. Let's take a closer look at dried fruits. 5. Dried fruits. The sugar bomb, disguised as a health snack. You're sitting in the waiting room at your doctor's office. Next to the magazines is a small bowl of trail mix. You pick out a few dried cranberries, a raisin or two, maybe a dried apricot. It feels like the smart choice, better than cookies, better than chips. But later that afternoon, your stomach feels unsettled, you're bloated, and strangely, you feel a crash in energy. You wonder, is my blood sugar acting up again? When fruit is dried, the water is removed, but the sugar stays, and not just stays, it becomes concentrated. A small handful of raisins might look innocent, but it's the sugar equivalent of a full bunch of grapes. All the fiber and hydration that help slow sugar absorption are mostly gone. Plus, many packaged dried fruits are coated with extra sugar and preserved with sulfites, which can trigger inflammation, especially for those with asthma, digestive sensitivities, or joint pain. You might feel your heart race after eating them, or you get lightheaded, then sluggish. Some people experience digestive discomfort, others feel more joint pain hours later. These sugar spikes, followed by crashes, don't just affect your mood. Over time, they quietly chip away at your metabolic health. It's easy to think you're doing something good, but your body might be paying the price in silence. If you enjoy dried fruits, try using them sparingly. Stick to one small portion. Choose unsweetened organic versions without added sugar or preservatives. Even better, swap them out for fresh fruits that are lower in sugar, like blueberries, apples, or a few slices of pear. Keep a food journal to see how your body responds. Sometimes the smallest habits bring the biggest changes, because while some fruits can wear a sweet disguise and quietly drain your energy, others are the exact opposite. Small, unassuming, but packed with healing power. Let's now shift our focus from risk to restoration and explore the fruits that can protect your memory, your heart, and your strength. We'll begin with one humble little berry that could help save your brain. Let's talk about blueberries. Blueberries, the quiet guardian of your memory. You're standing in the kitchen, holding your mug of tea. You open the cabinet to grab something, then pause. What did I come here for again? It's a small moment, but it lingers. The forgotten name, the missed appointment, the word that just won't come. You laugh it off, but deep down, it worries you. You wonder, is this how it starts? But there may be more power in your breakfast bowl than you think. As we age, the brain naturally begins to slow. Inflammation increases. Oxidative stress builds. Connections between brain cells weaken over time, but certain foods contain compounds that can help fight back. Blueberries, especially the deep blue wild varieties, are rich in a group of antioxidants called anthocyanins. These compounds can cross the blood-brain barrier. They help reduce inflammation, improve communication between neurons, and protect against memory loss. Studies from Tufts and Harvard have shown that regular consumption of blueberries is linked to slower cognitive decline and better memory recall. In one study, seniors who ate blueberries daily performed better on memory tests. You may not feel it instantly, but over time, the difference shows up in sharper thinking, clearer conversations, more confidence in simple tasks like remembering directions or names. It's not a magic pill, but it is real food, doing quiet work deep inside your mind. Try adding half a cup of fresh or frozen blueberries to your day. Stir them into your oatmeal, sprinkle them on yogurt, or just eat them plain as a snack. Choose organic when possible and avoid sugary blueberry products like muffins or jams. If fresh berries aren't available, frozen ones are just as powerful. Make it a habit. The consistency matters more than the quantity. Because when something so small can help you hold on to what matters most, your clarity, your memories, your independence, it makes you wonder what else is hiding in plain sight. Let's move from the mind to the heart and talk about a fruit so ordinary, so familiar, yet so powerful in protecting your heart and your digestion. Let's talk about apple 7. Apples, the familiar friend that protects your heart and gut. You're at the grocery store, walking past a colorful display of apples, red, green, golden. You pause and smile. You've eaten apples your whole life. In lunch boxes, pies, salads, and simple snacks. They feel safe. They feel familiar. And maybe, without even knowing it, they've been helping you in ways no medication ever could. Apples are rich in soluble fiber, especially a type called pectin. This fiber binds with cholesterol in your digestive system and helps remove it before it enters the bloodstream. For older adults, this means lower LDL, or bad cholesterol, that reduces the risk of heart disease without adding another pill to your routine. But apples don't stop at heart health. Their fiber also supports smoother digestion, which becomes more important as constipation and sluggish digestion become more common with age. Studies have shown that people who eat apples regularly have lower levels of inflammation and a reduced risk of stroke and cardiovascular disease. The antioxidants in the skin, like quercetin and flavonoids, add an extra layer of protection. You might notice more regular digestion, less bloating, a calmer stomach. And over time, that daily apple can help you feel lighter, more balanced. All from a fruit so ordinary, we often forget how powerful it really is. Keep a few apples in the fridge or in a fruit bowl where you can see them. Eat one each day with the peel on to get the full benefit of the fiber and antioxidants. If raw apples are hard on your teeth, try baking them or adding thin slices to warm oatmeal. Avoid sugary apple products like juice or pie filling. Let the apple be what it has always been: simple, nourishing, reliable. Because sometimes the most ordinary things offer the most extraordinary support. And just like the apple quietly supports your heart, there's another fruit that nourishes your joints, your brain, and your bones all at once. It's creamy, satisfying, and often misunderstood. Let's take a closer look at the avocado. 8. Avocados, the healthy fat that nourishes your whole body. You're preparing lunch. You glance at the avocado on your counter and hesitate. You've heard mixed things. Too much fat, someone once said, so you've avoided it. But today your joints are aching. Your energy feels low. You wonder if it's time to look at food, not as the enemy, but as a way to heal. Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats. These are the kinds of fats your body needs as it gets older. Instead of clogging your arteries, they help reduce bad cholesterol, support brain function, and ease inflammation throughout the body. They also contain vitamin K, which is essential for maintaining bone density, especially important when even a small fall could lead to a fracture. Studies have shown that seniors who eat healthy fats like those in avocados have lower risks of heart disease and cognitive decline. You might feel it as smoother movement in your joints, fewer brain fog moments during the day, and a deeper sense of satiety after meals. You're not just eating for fullness, you're eating for fuel, for clarity, for strength. It's comfort food, but the kind your body welcomes. Slice half an avocado and add it to whole grain toast. Mix it into a salad or enjoy it with eggs in the morning. Start small, just a few times a week. Let it replace less healthy fats, like butter or processed spreads. And if the texture feels too rich, try blending it into a smoothie with greens and fruit. Your body will thank you quietly but clearly, because food doesn't have to feel like restriction. It can feel like nourishment. And when you choose foods that work with your body, not against it, you begin to feel stronger from the inside out. And if avocado brings strength, the next fruit brings ease, especially where so many older adults feel discomfort. Let's explore the gentle healing power of papaya. Papaya, the gentle fruit that soothes digestion and calms inflammation. You finish dinner and lean back in your chair. There's a tightness in your belly, a slow, uncomfortable bloating that seems to linger longer than it used to. You've tried antacids, cut back on spicy foods, but the discomfort keeps returning. It's frustrating. You want relief, but you also want something natural, something that won't add to the list of pills on your nightstand. Papaya contains a natural enzyme called papain, which helps the body break down proteins and ease the digestive process. As we get older, our stomachs produce less acid and enzymes, making digestion slower and more difficult. That's why meals that once sat just fine now leave you feeling heavy, gassy, or even in pain. Papaya steps in, gently helping your system do what it no longer does as easily on its own. In several studies, papaya has been shown to improve symptoms of bloating, constipation, and indigestion. It's also rich in vitamins A, C, and E, which helps strengthen your immune system and reduce inflammation throughout the body. You may notice the difference after just a few days: less pressure in your stomach, less stiffness in your joints, better sleep without the discomfort that usually lingers after dinner. It's not dramatic, it's quiet, but it's powerful. Try eating a few slices of ripe papaya in the morning or after a heavier meal. It doesn't need any seasoning or preparation, just peel, slice, and enjoy. If you're not used to the taste, blend it into a smoothie with banana or a splash of citrus. Start small and notice how your body responds. Let food be a gentle form of care, because when something as soft and sweet as papaya can help you feel lighter, calmer, and more at ease, it reminds us that healing doesn't always come in the form of a pill. Sometimes it begins with a choice as simple as what's on your plate. And now that we've explored the fruits that protect your brain, heart, bones, and digestion, it's time to bring it all together. Let's look at how these daily choices can build a future of strength, clarity, and joy. 10. Building lasting health through small daily choices. You stand in front of your refrigerator, looking at the food inside. A few apples, a carton of blueberries, that avocado you've been meaning to use. You pause, just for a moment, because deep down you know what you choose today will shape how you feel tomorrow. It's not just about what tastes good. It's about what helps you move better, think clearer, and live longer on your own terms. As we age, our bodies change, our digestion slows, our joints stiffen, our hearts and minds need more care. And yet, the smallest choices, what fruit we eat, what snack we skip, what habit we repeat, can add up to something powerful. You don't need extreme diets. You don't need to overhaul everything overnight, but you do need awareness, because every bite can either support your health or slowly chip away at it. Research shows that even simple dietary changes like reducing dried fruits and adding more fiber, antioxidants, and healthy fats can lower inflammation, improve brain function, and reduce the risk of heart disease and stroke. But the real power lies not in the science alone. It's in how you feel. A clearer morning, less pain in your knees, more energy in the afternoon, and the quiet pride of knowing you're caring for yourself in a way that truly matters. Start small. Choose one fruit from today's list and add it to your daily routine. Replace one sugary snack with something that nourishes instead of depletes. Keep a short journal. Notice how you feel. These aren't restrictions. They're acts of self-respect, tiny investments in your future, one mindful choice at a time, because your health isn't behind you. It's here right now, in every meal, in every bite. And when you choose with intention, when you nourish your body with love and knowledge, you don't just add years to your life. You add life to your years, and that is something you deserve. If this video resonated with you, leave a comment and share one small change you're ready to make. And if you'd like more guidance on eating well, moving freely, and aging with strength and peace, stay with us, because this journey is just beginning.